What's going on, peeps? It's Wrath here, hanging out today, playing some more Watcher of Realms, and today, I think we're going to try to tackle the Immortal Codex, because we need to. We haven't done these last two guys. We probably aren't going to do this guy today. We'll focus on the Hellfire Emperor, because we haven't done him yet either, and doing both at once will take a little bit. Plus, we got to knock out the rest of the hard campaign, so it'll take a little bit of time to do that. But this guy essentially is all about tanks, so we'll have to upgrade some of our tanking units before we jump in there. Before we do that, though, of course, I do want to jump in and finish up the hard campaign here. We only got only got 4 missions left to do to knock this out. Then we get a bunch of sweet loot and throat again. Then we've completely finished the hard mode campaign, so it's 100% done. We'll not have to revisit that until they add new stages, which is nice. We'll have that kind of just completed, and then we can focus on things like expert, and maybe someday, late in the future, we'll attack Chapter 9. For nowsies, hard mode it is. So we're going to just jump in and do this first, then we'll upgrade our tanks, then we'll jump in and take care of the Hellfire Emperor. I don't think we'll have too many problems here, although the battle power is pretty high. Almost 300,000. We've got 1 crystal to defend, a lot of different angles people come into. I'm really debating, honestly, just running an A5 Wrath. But we're not going to do it right now. We're going to hold off on A5 and Wrath just because we can, and we're gonna. As for who we bring in, we have a couple of areas to stop people from getting to jump across the water. So we've got a spot over here. We can run a healer to cover a person on this side. We can also put them on that platform tile. The bottom, we can probably just run, depending on how they let me set things up, I could just run like a tank and like Estrid behind and clear all these out. So someone like Livian and that. Over here is where our ranged threats are going to come in. So maybe like 1 fighter on this side and then some range damage, probably Idril to snipe those out when we can, will be ideal. So do we need... Elysia can actually heal herself, so she does seem like a nice one to bring. We probably won't need Navros, just gonna say it. We'll bring her in instead, and I can actually put her in a Lord role if I really want to get her Lord buff to pop. So we can do that as well, it kind of makes sense. We got 1 healer, 2 healer, that should be good. We were way overthinking it, like 200,000 power above what it wants. But let's take a look, see. Enemies coming in the bottom first. Let's take a look. Okay, so we do have 2 spots, but it's annoyingly placed. Because we can't just run, I mean, we could run Estrid and her right here, but, well, actually that would still work, because her ult would still chop people on both sides. Might just do it that way. If Estrid ends up needing help, like I said, we can maybe dedicate a healer down here to her, but we shouldn't be in that dangerous of a situation for a little while. And you're taking a little bit of damage here. We got someone coming in up top. I'm thinking just throw Wrath up here. He should be able to handle these dudes fairly well. Now this chick is going to start shooting lightning bolts at us, so I kind of want to make sure that we're not going to be in a problem here. Get this dude healing that guy, keep him topped off. She'll lightning bolt this dude a little bit, but it shouldn't be an issue, I don't think. We'll just make sure the last person we place down is a tank or a healer, just so they don't die. How do you want to run it, though? She's doing a pretty good job down here, honestly, just by herself, kind of smoking these guys before it's a real problem. Most of them aren't getting a chance to attack, and we can, of course, pop her ult when things get a little bit sketchy, and they can clean up the majority of these dudes in like 1 single swing, just like that, which is disgusting. How do we want to... Well, they're kind of swamping up on Wrath over here, but he's doing all right. He's taking care of them. He's doing what I figured he would do. She's moving forward. I want to make sure we get Idril down to snipe and deal with this. And then probably, I'm just going to throw her down here. They'll attack her. I don't think she... Oh my gosh, she might just very well die. We'll be fine. Don't worry about it. She's only going to take lightning a couple of times before we get somebody else down. We could even throw, like, Elysia down here to ease the burden on the bottom, which is maybe not a terrible idea. Because she can't heal herself anyways, or We can put her on this. Whatever. We'll just do it like this, and we'll let her kind of do things. So it only hits a couple people. Either way, I just kind of test and see if that would, like, smoke someone down, like, immediately or not. But she'll be getting healed. She does fine. She can also pop her ult, and she will heal herself a little bit, as well as hit a lot of people. We got a lot of dudes coming in down low. Top still looking fine. She's kind of moving up, getting smoked. I don't even need any ground units, I don't think, up here. I think we're actually okay. I was kind of worried that maybe we would need someone to stop these lizard ladies or snake ladies from getting in, but I don't feel like that's going to be a problem. This one might get smoked out before she gets a chance to even shoot a lightning bolt. Yeah, is this... Okay, was she one of the... I'm sure I'm one of the ones that, like, stand on the podium and, like, make AoE damage, but she's making quick work of those. I think we're good. I think we're good to go. Just throw us back in 2x. I don't see any real devastating issues coming out of this. Quite a few enemies to pile up down here. But with 2 fighters, I think we'll be okay. And I can pop Estrid, and she will still attack behind these dudes. So we go ahead, pop her ult, pop this. And I think we're going to be just dandy. No one snuck through, so should be a 3-star. They're stacking up a little bit on Wrath, but he's doing work. He's putting some AoE damage in, and we're fine. We still have an extra unit we can drop anyways if things did get sketchy. We could always throw another person up there to help him, but looks like we made it work just fine. No need for an A5 Wrath, just a little bit of a healer to help him stay alive, and he did plenty of damage. But yeah, stage 8 probably, I guess not now, but it was definitely the hardest stage of the campaign before. Just lots of swarmy enemies there, and you need healing in a lot of places, so we made it work. Hollow still is only 5-star, though. I just kind of remembered that. I do need to upgrade her eventually to 6, because it just does... I mean, I use her everywhere anyways. I might as well have her being strong. 8-12, we've got 1 crystal, 3 different entrances here. The front gets kind of stacked up with enemies. I'm not sure. I think we can place people in these spots and not block and then put like 1 blocker in front. I can't remember how it works. There are certain tiles you can't place people on, but we need to have some marksmen focused backwards to take care of the snake ladies. I think we'll just run kind of the same team we've been running. Don't change it up. Let's see how we can place our ground units. Pop this in 2x just to get an idea. Okay, so these 2 middle spots both can't be used. We could throw her here as kind of a... She can chop this tile if she wants. Or we can just block both sides and have it kind of work that way. We could also just put Alicia here in this spot, and she would cover, like, a good amount. I'm not sure if we're going to actually need... Call me crazy. I don't know if we'll actually end up needing a blocker. We may very well, and I might have already made a grievous error in judgment, and I think I did. So we're going to put down someone who can block. I thought, oh, well, they'll be fine, but I forgot that these dudes are all going to morph into their final forms. So that's going to be a little bit of a challenge. I could put someone in this middle slot here. Probably would be an ideal place. I think everyone walks through it, or most people do, but we should be okay like this. And then we'll run a healer. We got someone coming in to do some annoying things to us. We'll probably pop him down. Gonna do a little AoE to us, but we should be alright. I don't think they will... Ooh, they do hit pretty hard. Ooh, this could be interesting, to say the least. We might have to wait until we have enough to drop a... Ooh, they're actually putting some serious work in. How do we want to do that? We might have to wait till we can drop both, like, Livian here. And then... Oh, I did that backwards. I am dumb. I am very stupid. Oops. Well, maybe we'll see if she doesn't die in one shot. She doesn't. We're actually okay. We're surviving for now. But probably not for too much longer. Yeah, she died. We might have to restart that. I was like, oh, we'll save enough drop down 2 at once so I could put down her and then put down my tank. But I was stupid, and that's not how that works. You gotta put the tank down last so they shock the tank. It's no big deal. We'll make it all work out. We can change up a little bit how he plays. Elysia wasn't like a great unit for the first down. Not a crazy amount of just raw damage, and she's a huge cost. So we'll do it like this time. Save a little bit of our cost dollars so that we can get some snipers out a little bit earlier to deal with these guys as they come in, and we'll probably pop Maul down over here to handle the other side. And then we'll get a healer in afterwards. The healer can tank a lot of the... Oop, like this. Oh, you turd nugget. Alright. We're gonna have to do it again. But this time we'll play it smarter. Okay, we can't just bum rush this one. It's kind of annoying on placement times, but we'll be alright. We'll do it like this. We'll save a little bit of cost by putting this guy down. Because we were pretty close to getting a healer out. We just didn't have quite enough time to drop one. So instead of putting Deimos there, we'll save 2 costs putting him here. And that should give us plenty of time to get our dudes down on the back. And then this way we can run our healers aimed like crisscross, and they will heal wide, and they will heal these guys as well in case they do take some damage. Maul, also a very, very expensive unit. We don't necessarily need to run. We could do it kind of like this and let her deal with all of this by herself, because technically she can do it with her ult. She should be able to snipe out all of these people just like that. And we don't have to have run a Maul back here in the corner. I will end up putting Maul back here just because I like that he is Maul and he does things. It's just kind of the way it works. We'll put one character probably right here. I guess I could put Deimos there. Or we could even put her here. Pointing her that way doesn't make a ton of sense, but it also makes a little bit of sense because her ult will target people as they come out of there. But then we'll pop a healer and then a tank in a random spot, even though we probably don't need the tank anymore, just because we will be able to take care of those lightning people relatively fast. I don't think we'll have any real issues where we die. But she will cover these 2 spots as well, which is nice. Actually, I don't know if you can pop her ult. I mean, you probably can, even if someone's not necessarily in her attack range, because it's one of those, like right now, if I clicked it, it would say there's no one to target. So I'm not sure if that's going to become a problem for us. It shouldn't. I can go ahead and just be sad. My heart said put down my tank again. For the love of... okay. We have the technology. Okay. We know how to do it. We just got to actually put down the dudes. That's an important step to this, is having the dudes on the ground, like the tank that we haven't put down even one time yet. It's gonna happen. Okay, this time the tank's going down and we're gonna be safe, and it's gonna be a great time. So let's go ahead. For the 3rd time, we're gonna do this, but this time it's actually gonna work and it's gonna be great. And everyone's gonna have a good day, and no one's gonna be sad in their hearts. Probably could even save and put Vortex last because he is tankier, HP-based healer, also not 5-star, and he could technically survive all of the lightning bolts these people send. Either way, we'll knock this guy out, and now we will do this. Put this, well, we'll just leave it like this. And then we'll put we probably don't even honestly need a secondary healer, so maybe putting Hollow down is just kind of a waste of time. That said, I'm still going to put her down, and then I'm going to put Elysia down next, and she'll be healed by 2 people. She should not be getting shocked. Unless these guys are targeting only platform tiles, I think I put her down 3rd or last time. I'm not sure about that. Of course you don't reach that tile. Alright, we'll see because she definitely went down last. Are they gonna target? Okay, okay, we're good. Maybe I did put her down first. I didn't think I did, but apparently that is exactly what happened. So we're going to go ahead and throw a fish on that dude, and now we're good to go. I guess I just placed them backwards last time. For some reason, I thought she was the last one down again, but I placed her first and then Hollow. Oops. Order of operations. I guess we don't need to put the tank down now. I'm going to say that, and then she's going to die or something. I'm just going to cry and be a sad boy. Pop her ult. Pop this. Lightning those dudes out a little bit. But yeah, we should be good to go all around now. The 5th time is the charm, as they say in the business. And that's where we're at pretty much. We only got a few enemies left. We can go ahead and pop her ult like so. She'll take care of these guys pretty fast. Don't have to worry about them doing much, if anything. I could throw a fish. Not gonna throw a fish yet. I'm gonna wait. Never mind, I don't get to throw a fish because she sniped his out and not her own. But that's alright. It's all good. Nerds. Alright, so we're good to go. Elysia's little ultimate skill there doing some work for us, or faction buff, whatever is her lord skill. There we go. Boop. Got that one done. Wasn't even really hard. You know, easy. Easy stuff. Let's slip some water here. Good to go. All right, so 813, 2 crystals. We've seen this map a lot. They just bring it all the time. Shouldn't be too big of a deal. He said the same thing last time, ended up being somewhat of a deal. But this time it really is no big deal. Probably. So I think they send people out the backside first. Just kidding, they send fish out first. But I do want Idril to kind of cover these and snipe out the little shocking ladies early. Should also snipe out the fish, which is great. I probably should put the Ichor Chalice on her to heal herself. For right now, it's not a big deal, and we're doing okay, so I'm not going to worry too much about it. People do come in the backside here. Guess we can run you like this, and kind of like that. That should work just fine. And I can pop her ult to make sure both of these snake lady, I guess they're more, are they snake ladies or octopus ladies? I guess they're more octopus. I hadn't really paid a lot of attention to that, but that does seem to be the case. I am going to probably have to face her, like, maybe that way would work, actually. I like that. We could put someone down here, but I don't really have any way of, unless I put Alicia down here, because she can heal herself. So we'll just let her take care of these dudes. Also, she was kind of sniping with her there for a second. Nobody should ever really make it to this crystal, I would assume. But assuming is always a dangerous thing to do. No, I don't like that as much. I can throw fish at him from this way. Plus, he should be covered by 2 different healers, so he should be fine even if these are spear throwing dudes. And we will throw Deimos right here to chop the rest of them down, and we should be good to go. We do have someone, I think, that comes in on this side. Oh crap, we didn't deal with that lady. It's probably okay, honestly. We're probably good. We could probably just save Idril's ult to snipe her out. And not have to worry about it. So yeah, we can just kind of do it that way. That seems to be working just fine. Forgot about platform units. We only got 2 of them. And this guy probably shouldn't have been relegated to dealing with this since I can do it with fighters. I could even put a dude down here and do it with fighters. But a little late for that. So I was like 90% sure they sent people out of this portal as well. And if they do, we can always throw someone over here to handle that. Oh, that's the boss lady comes out and does this. Does she stop right up there? I know she hits really hard, so maybe we should throw a tank down just to eat the damage and make sure that we don't, like, die. That should be good. I don't think you have to kill her this time. I think it's just that she appears and does annoying things. I can pop Hollow's ult here just to kind of heal, or not really heal, but get her ult coming back a little bit faster to snipe out some of these dudes. She will just go around and slither back out the hole, I think. We don't have to actually kill her this time. I can pop this, I guess, and do a little bit of work. Ooh. Yeah, we're good. Okay, had to pop her ult there for a second. Things were getting a little hairy. We'll throw a fish at these guys. Somehow that guy dodged the fish. I'm not sure how he pulled that off. I'm actually pretty impressed by it. Alicia's taking a little bit of damage down here, but she's okay. As soon as her ult comes back, she can kind of heal herself again anyways. We'll throw a fish at these dudes, make sure they're down. Only one enemy left, and it is her, and we will snipe her out like badoop, 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 and that is done. So, that stage went a lot smoother than the one before it. I still can't believe we had people die like 6 times. But it's what happens. That's just the way it is. I'm not sure why they unlock an auto fight for the campaign. Like, does anyone ever go back and do the campaign to get $600? No. Auto fight unlocked. Awesome, cool. I'll just make sure I never use that. Okay, so big boss time. We have fought this lady many, many times in our past, and we'll do it again today. How do we want to run it? We want to change things up here. She doesn't have all of her gear on, which is kind of just a whoopsie on my end, but I think we'll probably be able to get away with just Idril and Maul on platform tiles, and then everything else just being kind of ground-based. We can probably just survive it out that way. I'm fairly certain. Healer here probably. we'll just leave it like it is. Not going to change up anything. I think it worked well last time. We can make it work again. The only downside here is we do have some high-cost units, and that will kind of get in the way of things. But we'll start out with, I believe, wait. No, we got to wait. Because this is a lightning chick, isn't it? Yes, it is. So technically, what do we need? We need 28 people points. Do like so, and do like so, and we're good. That'll take care of this one. This one will just put a fighter down and deal with this side. Could put Estrid down right up here. And I think that'll actually work out okay. I don't see why it wouldn't. She's still in heal range. Should be fine. She'll chop those dudes out. You can place someone over here. I don't like doing it because these guys will go over there and attack. And if you don't have someone that can self-heal, it does become kind of an issue. On this side, I guess we can just throw... I don't want anyone around this tile because that's where my final tank is going to go. So I'm probably going to put Deimos right here. Then we will place Maul. I do want to make sure he's down. And how we need to say the last two? We need enough for 17 and 18. We need 35 spaces to place down our last two units before the boss comes out. Because that's not the boss, right? No, that's just a regular dude. It's just a regular dude. Nobody panic. Panic a little bit. Because that's a lot of damage. And it will kill him the next time that gets popped. Just kidding, it won't. We're fine. So we do have enough now for 35. I don't think they're going to do a thingy, so we can do like so. And now we should be set to go. We do have one more deployable unit, but I'm not going to worry about it. It's better just to have this chick taking damage, getting double healed, and we should be good. I think everything's set down how it should be. We can pop her ult. She will take care of, I guess, the praying lady first before start shooting the boss. But that's all good. Tons of damage, as you can see, getting thrown out on Livian here, even though she is a tank. Olag obviously is a better choice for this spot. I just chose her because I like her. Nerds. We can throw fish at people. We're ready for that. But for now, I think we're just pretty much all right. She's going to slither around, I think, the long way. She does like a weird little serpentine pattern here. Let's go ahead and throw a fish. Take care of those dudes. And she will block everybody, and Idril can snipe over the top of her, so she's good. No one's going to get like hung up there and stuck. At least not that I can think of. Lots of more enemies coming in. There's probably better ways of dealing with this with like self-healing people on the sides, because you can technically take care of those. I obviously didn't, so let's go ahead and throw a fish here. Boop, they even hit the boss a little bit, which is things you love to see. And now... guess we can pop her ult again, just to kind of help snipe out these AoE. Not that the AoE really matters right now, because it doesn't at all, actually. Unfortunately, she's just a hair outside of Hollow's range, so I can't, like, recharge her ult faster, which is a bit annoying, but it's not a huge deal. We can throw another fish at these dudes if we need to. We don't probably need to, but I like throwing fish, so we're going to throw one anyways. And now it's pretty much... well, there's still a couple, I guess there's still a few more ways the enemy's coming in. I didn't really think there was going to be more. So I figure by the time she gets up in front of your tank, it's nearing the end. Is she going a different route? Oh, I thought she went this side. Well, that's okay. We'll make this work. It'll be fine. Looking pretty good. I'm feeling pretty good about it. Estrid's doing quite the number on her. Actually, it's probably faster for her to be on this side. We'll hit her with a fish, because hitting people with fish is always fun. And then I'm clicking on you. We're going to pop your ult, take out this AoE chick. Boss is down. Just a couple little ads left. Shouldn't be any kind of real problems. And it's all over. And it's all over. We can even deploy our last unit now if we wanted to, but there's really no need. Because we could throw a fish. Buttons. Oh. No fish. No finishing off with the fish. That's just sad. But there we go. Chapter 8 is now officially completed. Had a little bit of a hiccup there, but that's just because I was being lazy brain and whatever. Had to redo it about 16, 17 times. But now it is officially done. 3-starred the entirety of the hard campaign, and we will grab out all of that delicious loot. We're already back up to 65 soul stones, or summoning crystals. That's crazy, because we just burned like 200, like not even a week ago, which is insane, like 3 days ago. This event has been very, very generous. We're getting all kinds of loot, which is great. But that is now completely finished. let's jump in and do some upgrades on our heroes. So the Hellfire Emperor is pretty much all about tanking. That's like 100% of what it is. But while I'm here, I'm not going to forget to 6-star you because I need to, and it's been a long time since you've been 6-starred. And you're important. I use you for everything. So let's go ahead and just get that done. I could promote her up. I probably should. I could also Olag up, and I also probably should, but I think we'll end up running low on 5-star promotions to get talents and stuff unlocked, which I guess she doesn't really have one, and neither does he, but she does. Whatever, we'll go ahead and upgrade. Do I want to waste the blue juice? We'll leave the blue juice off for now and let her kind of level organically, since I do use her in a lot of content, but we will be promoting Olag up to a hot 6-star, because I use him in a lot of content. He's really, really good. Get that guy there. Thank you. And now we'll go ahead and just star these guys up. I'm probably not going to take them all the way to 6, just going to take them up to 5. Because I don't expect a great showing in the event, or the Immortal Codex. If anything, I'm expecting to get, like, hopefully to the boss rush phase. I'm not sure if we'll make it there. I would assume we will, but I don't know. My tank game, not crazy strong right now. We will max these guys out to 50 just because. And then, of course, Isolde. We should probably take her all the way to 6-star, honestly, just because she's really good and we will use her in future content a lot. Lord buff, good tank, never a bad thing to have around. Go ahead and max her out as well, and then promote her up to 5, like so. We've got just enough to get these guys all to 5. That should be, I mean, obviously 6 stars is what you want, but this is all around pretty decent. It should get us to the boss rush phase, I'm hoping. And I don't think the stages leading up are that difficult. I could be wrong. The gear on these guys is not crazy. I've got a Glacier set on her just for funsies. But we have like literally the old Defense Fortress set on her. And she's still looking fairly healthy. 53,000 health, that's not too bad. 3,400 defense. For a 5-star hero, I think that's probably passable. Baron, again, not a crazy amount of HP or anything. But he's alright. She's probably got my better set on. Man, not really. It's actually kind of dookie butt as well, and it's a bunch of 12s. Eventually, these people will have decent gear. For now, they're just going to be kind of what they are. I know I only got 5 tanks. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But that's just going to be how it's going to be. That's just how we're going to have to run it. So let's jump into the Immortal Codex and give this little Hellfire Emperor a little bit of a tickle. So we've got 4 stages to beat and then the boss itself. The first stages have pretty low battle power requirements. Obviously, you are not getting brought in. Livian is a thumbs up. That's good because I have a Livian. Where are you? You're going to be my number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4, and... Am I blind? Am I having a stroke with my brain? Look for the tank thing. Do you see a shield? Oh, I do. Big thumbs up was covering it. That's what got me. And I guess, I don't know if there's platform tiles in this. I'll bring a healer just in case there is. Wow, our power sucks. I thought we'd be pretty high. We're not. We are not high. 197,000 power. We're looking like little weenie muffins here. But there is only 1 crystal to defend. Lots of different paths for enemies. What I would say, probably throw our biggest block units kind of up front. Oops, I might have made a mistake already, and by might have, I mean definitely did. Let's just restart that, because my brain's small. Didn't realize we had such a low amount of resources to put down. So I guess we'll put our... I mean, we could put Olag here. Since Olag's a big, beefy, tanky boy, we could also put Olag back here, and maybe that's the strat. They will punch these dudes down eventually. It will work. They don't hit very hard, so overall I think we'll be okay. We can put Livian right here. She can deal with this. And then we'll probably put like a Isolde back here at the back line as our like little failsafe. She actually hits fairly hard. 13,000 damage, not bad. I think I have her in Glacier too. I'm not 100% sure on that. We don't have enough to put 2 tanks down right now, so we'll wait on that. We'll just put a Isolde in the back line because she's Isolde. These guys die on their own. I don't think you have to deal damage to them. We can put, obviously, a healer down that will cover, like, pretty much everyone. Don't think we'll need healing. This is mostly about just blocking enemies and not letting them through. These guys, like I said, they will just die on their own eventually, which is fine. We can even put, if we're, like, afraid, we can put Aveline back here in front of the crystal, because she has, like, I don't have a Bastion ring, unfortunately, but she already has 4 block naturally, which is great. We can put, what's-his-face right there, and we should be good to go. So I think we're fine. We could have actually even faced her backwards, so she could like punch people in front of this if damage seemed like it'd be an issue, but it probably won't be. Like I said, they don't really do a lot of damage. It's most about just blocking everybody. The final boss, obviously there is a damage mechanic involved, so you want people that can heal themselves, and luckily I do have that with 2 heroes here. They can both heal themselves. He kinda, not really, he doesn't. Isolde also doesn't really heal herself either. Olag doesn't heal himself so much as he just pops shields a lot, so he's really tanky and nice for that. We do have a Mariel, and Mariel does heal herself, but I don't feel like investing a ton of resources into her just for this content, especially not right now. Like maybe later down the line when it's something that we're just kind of pushing for fun, go for it. For now, it's not a really high priority. I just want to be able to get some rewards from the Immortal Codex so we can use that to buy stuff out of the shop, because the Immortal Codex shop is actually really, really nice. Being able to buy ancient summons, really, really cool. Love that. 5-star psychic powers, obviously for this early phase of the game where we're trying to 6-star everybody, that's great. We also get 30 diamonds for our first time completion here, so that's also great. How many do we have right now? 24,813. That is a lot of diamonds. We are doing pretty well. So far that looked fairly straightforward and easy. Are they going to give us more crystals to defend or just more enemies at a time? I'm thinking change things up here and block this off first. Let everybody kind of want to get their way through since she hits kind of hard anyway. She'll take care of those people, most likely. Yeah, get punched in the face, nerd. We'll just throw you here as kind of a blocker. Honestly, I wonder if I could do it with just like 2 tanks. I'm curious. I wonder if I could actually pull that off. You know what? For the sake of funsies, let's try it. Let's just, for the sake of doing it, let's try to run just 2 tanks and do this. The back tank, I'm not sure if I want to run Aveline. For the higher block and the chance to stun. I think she also has a Glacier set on, so she would hit a little bit harder. We're going to do it just like this. We're just going to run 2 tanks and see if we can make this happen. I mean, it's obviously not a great idea, but seeing that Livian's actually kind of dealing some damage to these dudes, might as well have a little bit of fun with it. Sip some delicious water. So far, everything is dead before they get a chance to get back here to Aveline. But she does have a stun, which is great. Also has AoE damage. And like I said, I think I have Glacier on her as well. So she might do a little bit of damage. I don't know how much. I'm actually pretty impressed with Livian here, though. She's doing some work. So we do have a lot of enemies coming in right now. But the stun should help. Livian's stun is actually pretty nasty. Put this in 1x. Because I've seen her block, like, by herself. Like, right now, she's only got a natural block of 3. But because she stunned people, there was, like, at least 4 people stacked up on her that couldn't get through. And that's what's so great about her. Like, even though her block isn't necessarily, like, a high block, the fact that she stuns and resets people's AI so much, she can block more than 3 people, at least for a decent amount of time. So we've got a lot of people coming in now. But are they going to make it through? Here comes that stun. There's 4 people stacked in front of her. So one person did kind of sneak in. It's looking like we may end up failing it, or not. That shield bash is doing some work. We only got 6 enemies left. I think we're good. I think we're actually gonna make it. That's crazy. So there we go. Good showcase of Livian right there. This is why I love her as a tank. Just, she's not like the most tanky tank in the world, like in terms of taking damage. She does heal herself though, which is great, but that stun is just enormous. She can definitely hold off more than 3 people, and that's nice. Might have to use her in the artifact material raid just for that reason. But stage 2, I believe that was stage 2. Stage 2 done. Stage 3, let's jump into it, knock it out real fast. Probably won't do that anymore. Also, it's probably going to change the map on us here eventually. Still only 1 crystal to defend, which is an interesting idea. Looks like a lot of enemies are going to come through. Well, they kind of split them up, don't they? So we'll let her take care of this top part here. Doing a great job. Punch them with your shield, you're fantastic. We'll get Olag to kind of, well, maybe we should wait to see where enemies are going to come from first. That seems like a smarter idea than putting people down. Okay, yeah. Put Olag down here. He should have no issue staying alive. Downside is, of course, you have slow damage output, but that's all right. Put Aveline up here on this side to deal with that. Someone's going to sneak through this, isn't they? That's going to be their next person, though. Like, that'd be very annoying. We'll put Isolde down here to deal with people that come out of this. She's actually poking pretty hard, too. Not bad. Okay, those guys have a little bit more HP, so... or maybe a little bit more defense, I'm guessing that's what it is. A little bit tankier of dudes. But she was poking for like 6k on the green guys, so that's not terrible. As a backup, I guess we can just throw this guy in here just as like if things are going terribly wrong. So far, I don't think we're having any issue with like people actually taking damage and dying. So we should be good. Just gonna let this run its way. Of course, these guys will burn themselves out, which is nice. Yeah, see the damage here? Not great. 2,400. She pokes harder. When we see another green guy, just pay attention to old horse lady here. She do some work. Does her ult do anything special for damage? No, it doesn't. So, sorry. You're just gonna sit there and get chopped for a little bit. Just the way it's gonna be. Okay, so this is they introduced the new mechanic here of the Fire Fanatics. They don't take any damage, essentially, other than what they deal to themselves. As we slow it down here, see they only take 1 damage at a time, no matter what you do. I don't think true damage ignores this either. I could be wrong, so don't quote me on that. I don't think true damage will go through their 1 HP. If that were true, I think everyone would just run like Pratises and stuff. But I don't think it works. So since they reduce damage to 1, essentially the only way to kill them is to let them burn themselves out, and then when they burn themselves out, they actually heal the hero next to them. So that's how you kind of deal with the boss wave mechanics, since he does do damage to your team and you can't place healers down. Essentially, you have to let these guys burn out on your tanks, and they'll heal your tanks. But they also do a little bit of damage, so not a bunch, but some. There we go, last guy. He's going to burn out here in a second. There we go, stage 3 down. Stage 4, I'm not sure if they change it up too much. Sip some water and jump in. No, it still looks pretty much the exact same as the last map. So we'll do it again for the 4th time, and we should be all right. Now, on these ones, obviously, we couldn't do like a 2-tank strat because even with high damage, those 1 HP units will just slip through, which is kind of how it works. So exact same thing, throw it in 2x. Honestly, I wish we could just throw this in 3x, but unfortunately, we cannot do that. But we should be all right. With Isolde, we could even throw Aveline back here for more of a damage punch for people that get to her. I don't think it'll be necessarily worth it, though. So we'll just go ahead and let this kind of play out. I think it's going to be, yeah, it's going to follow kind of the same idea here. Get you there, and then they're going to come in up top. So we'll throw her up here, and then we'll throw our 2 tanks down here. And we should be good. That should be more than enough. I don't even know if you need 2 tanks down here. You might be able to do all of these stages with just 4 tanks. I just wanted to be sure, and that's why we had 5. For the boss, obviously we want 6, but we don't really have that option, so I might have to bring in a fighter as the 6th hero. Not sure how I'm going to make that work. Maybe bring Elysia in. I don't think that makes any sense, but she can kind of heal herself. And I think right now she's like my only fighter that really can do that, so may just be the way it goes. Either way, no one's really taking damage on this. It's just holding people off, slowly letting them burn to death. And it's happening slowly. We've got, what, 12 enemies left to go through here. We'll just kick back, wait a second, sip some water, and watch them die, I guess. That's going to be what we're doing. No more button clicking is necessary on my side of things. Yeah, so as you can see, 3 at a time. Every tank comes with a natural block of 3. There's a few exceptions. Aveline, I think, is actually one of the only exceptions with a native block increase just at all times. She always has a 4 block once you promoted her, which is really, really cool. There's some fighters that can actually reach a 4 block as well. I think the only one comes to mind is like the mummy dude. I can't remember his name, like John Carr or something like that. He can actually, because he has a native block increase, if you throw a lunacy visor on him, he can actually reach 4 block as a fighter, which is pretty impressive. But for nowsies, we're not going to worry too much about it. There's a couple heroes that increase their block with their ultimates. Isolde is one of those. She also increases the block of heroes around her, which is nice. Doesn't really help in the boss fight, as we'll see, since you can't really stack your heroes together. They're always kind of spread out. But Gan, I think, has like the biggest block in the game. I think it's like a block of 6, which is insane. But boss time. So, we will not bring Hollow in here. There's no need for her. Call me crazy. I'm gonna throw a Lunacy Visor on you and run you. It will be a little bit stronger, I guess, because she didn't have an upgraded artifact anyways. She doesn't have a crazy amount of HP, only 33,000 on her right now, but that's okay. That's alright. It's not nuts, but it's decent. And then, when she casts her ultimate, she'll be able to kind of self-heal herself, which it helps self-heal herself? Self-heal. So we'll pop her in here. I don't think I want to run her as the Lord, though, just because I do want the stat bonuses on my tanks. So we'll kind of let that ride. And now, we'll see if we can at least reach F tier on the Hellfire Emperor. I'm not sure if we will. This one's fairly tough. So let's go ahead. Probably just put Elysia in the back line here, honestly. So we've got 5 tanks. I'm going to probably put these guys... I wonder if you can... I don't think that would really make any difference there. This guy will die and come back to life. She can hold people off relatively well. Olag just has a freakish amount of blockage. Throw him on this side, and we'll throw Elysia here in the middle. She's not going to do a whole lot here. I could probably even face her out to the side to get her rage coming back faster to cast her ult. But it's probably not going to matter. So as you can see, lots of enemies come in at once. It's not too big of a deal, but as you can see, we do take damage from the boss's attacks already. So Elysia might just die before she gets a chance to pop her ult and heal herself, which is probably a good reason to aim her like to the side instead of where she's not hitting anyone. So this does a little bit of damage. I believe the more people that reach him, like get through all your tanks and touch the boss, then the more damage that you're going to tank. You're going to take a lot of damage because it does a ton of damage, then your dudes start dying. That's why you need really healthy tanks. This side's looking pretty healthy. Aveline's still taking some damage, even though she does have an ability to heal. It's not a huge heal. That was actually pretty good. That brought her back a little bit. And as people die, like I said, once they start... How is she attacking this dude? Did he get, like, booped over to the side? Pop her ult! Yeah! Genius! Can you attack the boss? I didn't even try to point her backwards to poke the dude. Whatever. Boss rush kicking in. I'm not sure what changes during the boss rush. We can probably look at it real fast. Or we can't. Am I stupid? Bloop, 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 bloop. Oh, yeah. He has infinite HP. Makes sense. And there's more monster spawn points, so they really try to overwhelm your tanks. It does double damage. Ugh. That's nasty. So it obviously gets harder as it goes. She's probably most likely going to die, but I do wonder if I had her pointed backwards, if I could use that. Can I click on my dudes? Okay, click on him. Apparently she is the unclickable. There she goes. If I had her pointed at the boss, I wonder if I could pop her ult to attack the boss, even though he has infinite HP, and then I could just kind of heal her that way. I don't know. Olag's ult does boost his block by 1, so I can pop that to slow people down a little bit. Luckily, he'll come back to life after he dies, and he probably will die, because these guys do hit fairly hard. We got our F tier. It's really all I was kind of going for. We can pop his ult, give him a bit of a shield, pop her ult. Elysia getting absolutely decimated already. This will probably just kill her. She's dead. She is deceased. She is no longer among us. But look at us. We're at 60,000 Fs. We're doing fantastic. I'm not sure what D is. We're at E. Look at us. I forgot that E was a rank. I'm used to the American grading, so I was like, oh, it goes straight to D after F because we don't know how to do our letters. Even the teachers. So far, actually doing all right. Pop his ult there, give him a little bit of a shield. People are going to start making it to the boss, though, and as that happens, we're going to be in some serious Dookie Town because that ult is going to, when he starts doing his little booshy-bashy thing like this, it's going to start smoking on us. Pop his ult. We're still alive. He's going to fight through the pain a little bit and do okay for another 2 seconds. He's dead. So a lot of dudes going to make it to the boss. We did make it to D. Pop her ult. I said pop your ult. It took you 30 minutes to realize that's what I wanted you to do. And we are probably going to die after this one. I feel like with all these dudes coming into him, we're somehow still alive. We're absolutely the best at the video game. I never had a doubt. Let's try this just for funsies. Are you going to attack the boss? No. Okay, everyone's dead. But we made it all the way to D. I didn't expect to make it that high. I figured we'd kind of smoked out really early, but I'll take that for sure. Not bad. Not bad. Alrighty, Epic's only doing some work, getting us 1,400 more of these little immortal dollars. Love to see it. Look at that damage. 672 damage. What a monster. What an absolute monster. But yeah, that's nice. I'll take that. We could try it again with Alicia pointed at the boss. Will it make a difference? I'm going to go ahead and say probably not. We could try, just for fun, throwing her as the the Lord hero. These guys do have a ton of H. No, it wouldn't matter. Throwing her as the Lord hero makes no difference, just because the enemies have a ton of HP, like an absolute buttload. So even if you could zap them for pure true damage, I don't think it'd make a difference. We want to run it again? Nah, we're good. We got D. I doubt we're making another breakthrough. What's the next breakthrough? 79,000 points. That seems like a long way away. But we're the top 76%. Not bad for Epics only. I'll take it. There we go, guys. Got what I wanted to do done today. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, don't forget, smash that thumbs up button and show your support. And I will see you guys in the next one.